Hey golfers, it's Doona. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you a quick 10 to 15 minute warm up so that you could do it either at home or right at the golf course. Okay, so warming up is really critical for you to stay injury free, especially because the golf swing, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of lateral movements, a lot of rotation, flexion, extension. Your body is moving through all three planes of motion. And if you don't warm up, there's a higher chance of getting injured or hurt, and that's the last thing you want to do. As well as it's going to help you really play better and give you a little bit more speed and distance by really opening up. So you're going to need a club. Actually, I'll go ahead and stand this way. So go ahead and grab your club and let's just go to warm up the shoulders. Okay, so if this is too small for you, you could always grab a strap or like a string. Just make sure your elbows don't bend. They're nice and straight. So just warming up through the shoulder girdle, the shoulder joints, shoulder heads. Just building heat within the shoulders. You could always speed it up. Maybe you could go slower, up to you, whatever you need. Standing up nice and tall. Getting that nice extension through the shoulders so that you have a beautiful backswing. All right, let's do a few more. Okay. All right, so you're gonna bring the club over your head. You could bring your feet about hip width distance apart. Okay, let's go ahead and take our first lateral stretch. So you're just gonna drop your hands over to the right. Just make sure that you're not closing off the chest. You're rolling the left shoulder back. Chin away from the chest, gaze up. Press your hips towards the left a little bit. I kind of like to pulse it out here. Okay, come back to center, and the same thing on the other side. Okay, so the best way to warm up before you play golf is constantly moving, creating dynamic movements, which is going to help you warm up your muscles even more. All right, you can go ahead and switch sides, going back and forth, opening up, not just through your obliques, but you're going to still feel it in your shoulders, all the way down to your IT band and outer hip. Okay. All right, good. You could go ahead and release the club. Come into a standing position about feet hip width distance apart. So in yoga, we call this sun salutations. We're gonna go through maybe 3 of them together. So as you inhale, you're gonna reach your arms over your head. Notice if you're arching your back, keep your tailbone tucked, core is engaged. And then as you exhale, you're gonna rotate to the right. Okay, so kind of want you to focus like a big backswing. Okay, keep your hips squared. So getting that nice separation from your shoulders to hips. Because if you move your hips, you're not getting that twisting. Okay, inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Again, keep your hips squared. Energize through your fingertips. Try to reach for the opposite side of the room. Inhale back to center. Then exhale, bend your knees slightly or a lot, your choice. Hinge from your hips. Lengthen your lower back. Drop your hands to the floor. Relax your head. Now you're going to feel that nice stretch into your calves, your hamstrings, into your lower back. Let the head drop. Inhale. And then exhale, fall a little bit deeper. Feel free to bend your knees a lot. All right, let's go through those sequence a few more times. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise all the way up. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward folds. So the breathing is really important. If you haven't watched my first video on our 30-day yoga challenge, I highly recommend it. Inhale, halfway lift. Create that flat back. Reach your chest forward, lean forward. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, one more time. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise up. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good. All right, from here, you're gonna step your feet pretty wide, a little wider than your outer hips. So I'm gonna turn this way for you guys, okay? So it really depends how open your hamstrings and hips are. Okay, so you might have to like play around with the separation of your feet. Just make sure your toes are pointing the same direction as your knees, and then make sure your toes aren't pointing out, because when you fold, that's going to put a lot of pressure in your knees. So make sure toes are pointing straight forward. I like to kind of pigeon toe my feet. Okay, you're going to plant your palms right in front of you, right underneath your shoulders, so that your back is completely flat. Okay, and this is where a block might come in handy. You're going to place a block underneath your nose, left hand right underneath the nose. Okay, as you inhale, you're going to open that right arm. Okay, but I want you to notice my hips. So you see how I could twist a lot deeper, really finding that opening through the chest, but notice how my left hip dropped. You want to keep them squared and stable, okay, right? So just like your backswing, you want to keep your hips stable, okay? So you're going to reach that right arm up as far as you can without letting the hips open or move, creating that nice disassociation from hips to shoulders so that you could get that beautiful backswing. Okay, as you exhale, you're going to tap the block. Inhale, open the right arm. So I want you to really focus. Imagine a really big backswing. Exhale, tap, just like your impact. Inhale, exhale. Good. 3 more times. I want you to keep hugging the outer hips in, finding that stability. You can always speed it up here, okay? Same thing on the other side. Right hand underneath the nose, on or off your block. Keep your hips squared, don't let them move. Inhale, extend that left arm up. Exhale, tap. Inhale. Exhale, good. So if you're lefty, this is your backswing, right? We're gonna do a few more times. Get the blood flow going, warm up your joints. Warm up your muscles. Get those hips and hamstrings open. Good, 1 more. Awesome, good. All right, you're gonna release the block, okay? You're gonna walk your hands over to the right. So either grab for your, or rather left, either grab for your left ankle or maybe up to your calf, okay? Again, depending on your flexibility. Now, with your right hand, grab the outside of that left ankle and drive your chest towards the left leg, okay? Now this time we're focusing mostly on our lats, our big lat muscles, which inserts into our shoulders, which is in our upper back, okay? So stretching out your lats and gaining flexibility in your lats is gonna help you get that beautiful rotation. Good, so you're pulling your chest towards that left thigh. Again, don't let the hips move. You're keeping them squared. You should feel this in your hamstrings as well. Hamstrings, your calves. All right, same thing on the other side. Left hand will grab the outside of the right ankle. Pull your chest in towards that right leg. This time you're gonna feel the stretch in your big lat muscles on the left side. Good, breathing here. All right, good. Come back to center. And then you're gonna bring your feet a little bit closer, maybe outer hip width distance apart. Point your toes out and let's open those hips. So you're gonna keep your hands on the floor, bend your knees and try to squat low as you can, okay? So if you're new to yoga, you've never done yoga, your hips might be pretty tight. If your hips are way up here, that's okay. You could also sit on a block, and if your heels are lifting, that's okay as well. The goal is just try to sit up nice and tall so you're not rounding or hunching. Okay, you want to fix your posture. Slightly tuck the tailbone. Good. Holding here. I know this is a lot for some of you guys. Breathe into it. Try to relax. Good. Let's go ahead and give it a break. Good. You can straighten it out. And then let's go in a squat again. Maybe see if you could go a little bit deeper this time. You can kind of pulse it out as well. Good. Straighten and bend. Good. Last one. Straighten and bend. Good. All right, let's come up all the way up to a standing position. Go ahead and just shake it out a little bit. Roll out the shoulders. Go ahead and take some torso rolls. Shake it out. Swing your arms around. And let's shake out the wrist, the fingertips. There's a lot going on with the wrist. So if you want to kind of extend and flex your wrist, kind of warm it up, feel free to do so. Good. And then let's do one more, targeting the neck. Okay, so you're going to bring your hands behind you, interlace them, and then try to bring your hands to your right hip as best as you can. Okay, from here, you're just going to bring your right ear towards the right shoulder. And you're going to feel that beautiful stretch on the left side. So you're probably wondering why the neck, you don't move your neck in your golf swing. Your eyes should be pretty locked on the ball, right? But your body is turning around the neck. So technically, you are moving your neck. You are working the neck in your golf swing. Good, other side. Try to breathe into this. Don't hold the breath. All right, going to shake it out again. So if you don't already warm up before you play golf, whether you're playing 18 holes or even going to the range, try this 10 to 15 minute warm up. I promise you, you're going to feel so much better and you're going to be able to play safe out there. All right, thank you. I'll see you guys soon.